discussed with them over the last 4.5 years of working on that council. It'd be nice if one person could take a wand and kind of take care of it all. The bad thing is you need 4 votes. And since I've been down there, we didn't get those 4 votes to try to take care of this stuff. But what has happened is we do have a bargaining unit that we are taking all the way to arbitration. To me, we're not going to settle. We're going to go to arbitration, and that person that's appointed by Lansing is going to tell us, the residents here, of what we have to pay. Last year, I had put onto the agenda there to send a resolution to Lansing to change Public Act 312. Councilman Walby supported me on that, and that was a 7-0 vote to put it through there. We were the first city in Michigan to get a resolution there to say, Lansing, you need to do something about this. You need to change this. Older communities cannot afford what your decisions are up there. And over the last months, we have the Michigan Municipal League jumping on board with us, SEMCOG jumping on board with us, and quite a few other communities that are sending resolutions to Lansing. It is important. It's more important than just our city. It's all Southeast Michigan is the problem. The thing is, I'm not supported by the police union or the fire union. I'm out there for 60,000 people, not to make friends. But you do deserve a pension and health care. I'm not going after that, but you deserve what you deserve your 75%.
Well, we're going to do something a little different this time. Everyone can stay in their seats. It's just going to be a quick question. And that is, if you were stranded on a desert island, what food would you have for the rest of your life? And you've got 30 seconds on this one.
I'm first on this one.
You're kidding.
The thought of eating any one food for the rest of my life is terrible, but if I had to choose one, it probably would be, I can't even choose one. Probably would be pizza. You can put a bunch of different toppings on it. You can make it into a dessert. You can put sweet toppings. You can have meat. You can have vegetables. I think you could change up a bit and have some interest for the rest of your life eating pizza. So there has to be pizza on this desert island, but that's the big one.
I'll go with pizza.
How about Paisano's pizza? It'd be nice if you could have a beer over there too.
I was thinking Hungry Alex.
Kip?
I like apples.
Trying to get the health vote. Okay, and then we'll begin with Pete, our next question. What is your opinion about the handling of the PCB situation? And what would you expect to do in the future?
You know, that's a tough question for me. It's an issue that I think is more detailed than what council can really take care of. I can tell you the one thing I was disappointed in with the PCB situation is that we had to find out from the newspaper that it had turned into a Superfund project. I would like to see more updates, more detailed updates. But I believe it's in the EPA's hands, and I would just like to know more of what's going on. And I would like to know that it's turned into a Superfund project by our city government, not by the newspaper. That's it.
That's just a tough one. There's too many government agencies that look over this, including city, county, state, federal. You have FEMA in there, DEQ. There's a whole bunch of different alphabets that are in there. Maybe that's the problem, is that there's just way too much government. And it should just come down to put it to one entity and let them handle it. Unfortunately, we're the low chain that don't get to make that decision, but I'd rather see a group just come in, claim it as their own, and take care of it.
It has been handled by the EPA and the DEQ. This problem's not going to go away. They have never found the source. It will continue. I believe it will continue through that piping system there. Mr. Swanquist, who's here, probably knows it's in that area somewhere. And we're going to continue to test. I think it's disappointing that we haven't been able to get the county to test other canals, as it could be a source elsewhere. As you know, we caught it with dredging. But you are superseded by the EPA, by the DEQ, and they make it very clear when they walk in there, walk into the city hall. But it's very tough, and it's not going to go away because we have really never found the true source of where it came from, how it got there, and it does appear to be continuing to leach in the area, and we'll have to, over time, continue to clean it up. And it's unfortunate somebody did something. I don't think we know, I don't know, maybe someone knows, but unfortunately somebody did something in there and it's polluted the area and it seeps in there. It's really unfortunate, and we're going to be strapping with it probably for a long time, as we already have been.
As has been mentioned, one of the problems with this is we couldn't find the source, we couldn't hold them accountable for what happens. I know if it's happening here, it might be probably as happening elsewhere. It would be nice to see the county take some responsibility to test and see if other localities are dealing with the same thing we are. The problem with one entity getting involved is that entity might not have the funding necessary to address such a project of this scope. We want to make sure that this project and this problem does get the requisite amount of funding it needs to address the way it needs to be addressed. It's a huge problem. One of the big things I think that could be improved is council always asks for updates, what's going on. I know the residents want to know what's going on, and sometimes these updates are as detailed as they should be. They're not as forthcoming as they should be. They're not as complete as they should be. And I would like to see a little more pressure put on the powers that be who owe us these updates to really give us all the information we deserve and all the information that's out there.